Made in India motorcycles seem to be the flavor of the season, and who better than Bajaj Auto to tell you a thing or two about making these motorcycles in India. They've done it for KTM and Husqvarna, and they've now collaborated with a third global bike maker to do the same. This, of course, is Triumph Motorcycles, and the first bike to come out of this collaboration is the Speed 400. India is the first market to get the bike, and we've ridden it too, to tell you if this is a true blue Triumph and if there's more than just that aggressive price tag. Wait till the end of this video to find out. The Bajaj Triumph partnership took 5 years to build its maiden offering. Opting for a modern classic, the Speed 400 is a roadster that looks and feels in the same family as the Speed 900 and 1200. It's equal parts modern and retro in styling and appeal. The round headlamp comes with LED DRLs, while the headlamp bracket, fuel tank, engine casing and side panel all are reminiscent of the older Speed 900. The sharp LED tail light and upswept, stubby exhaust add a fresh styling element. The Triumph Speed 400 is compact in proportions but is not devoid of road presence. This one is a head turner and would be easy to confuse with its older sibling if not for the shorter wheelbase. And a lot of that credit goes to the build quality. So yes, the design is lovely on the Speed 400, but it's the attention to detail that leaves you mighty impressed. The engine fins mimic the larger Triumph engines, and it looks lovely in my opinion. Even the powder coating on the engine casing, on the frame over here, looks lovely, adds a premium touch to the motorcycle. The switchgear quality is fantastic, and so is the aluminium finish over here on the side panels. The paint quality is amazing again, and even the exhaust silencer, that also gets a 6-stage process to get this brushed aluminium finish that we see right here. Now, here's the thing. Triumph motorcycles are known for a certain finesse with each of their premium bikes, and it's nice to see that their most affordable motorcycle retains that brand quality. The instrument console is part analog, part digital, with the speedometer on the left and the digital tachometer on the right. It takes a while to get used to the layout, but the unit is fairly loaded on information, including distance to empty, 2 trip meters, average fuel efficiency, and more. There's no Bluetooth connectivity though, which Triumph says is not really required by customers. And the company insists that it has not skipped on premium features. You still get a slip and assist clutch, ride-by-wire, traction control, and more. When it comes to ergonomics, the Speed 400 does get it spot on. Now this bike is largely compact in proportions, and I think riders around 5'10" or under will find it very appealing. For somebody as large as me at 6'2", it does feel a bit too compact, so you have the rider triangle that works rather well, but again you see the space here is restricted, at least for a taller rider. For average sized riders in India, I think it will work perfectly well because everything else works really well. The handlebar, the way it moves, everything else works really well. Even the cushioning on the seat again is something that's soft and really nice, very likable, especially for short city rides. What it does on the highway, can it give you back pain? That's something we'll find out when you have the bike for a longer period. Now the Speed 400 gets a new TR series 398cc single-cylinder liquid-cooled engine. It makes about 39.4 brake horsepower, 37 Nm of peak torque, and this engine, Bajaj says, comes from a lot of learning from the KTM and Dominar engines. But in entirety, this is a completely new engine developed from the ground up. And the big differentiator between, say, a KTM engine and this one is the fact that this is super tractable. I think one of the big differentiators here is the fact that this is actually quite nice in terms of the low-end power delivery. And that's a big change that you see over, say, a KTM or even the Dominar engine. What I really like is just how progressive power delivery is. It has a nice flat torque curve. Power band is really nice. You get power up to 8,000 RPM very easily. You can do up to 120 kilometers per hour very easily. And more than that, the power delivery is very progressive. If KTM is urgent, this feels super quick while retaining that same level of excitement. and that's what makes it a very peppy engine to live with. About 80% of torque is available from 3000 rpm, and the motor is quick to respond to inputs. You can comfortably be in the fifth gear at 45 km per hour without too much resistance from the engine. While it's not as tractable as, say, a Royal Enfield 350cc motor, it compensates though with a more rewarding top end. While the engine performance is fantastic, you do find a few vibrations north of 6000 rpm, especially on the handlebar and the foot pegs. Nothing too concerned about, but they are there and I should tell you about them. At the same time, performance at the higher end of the rough band is quite nice. You can clock out at about 145-150 kilometers per hour with ease, and you wouldn't even come to know. The sixth gear is best for highways, and you have a lot of power concentrated on the first 5 gears. The gear ratios too work rather well on the motorcycle and make a nice way for low-end tractability, especially when you're trying to maneuver in the city. The Speed 400 feels comfortable at triple-digit speeds, and the wide power band ensures there's always room to push further. Triumph says its engine is fairly fuel efficient, returning 29 km to a litre, while the service interval stands at 16,000 km in a year. Let's talk about handling. The Speed 400 gets USD front forks, a 10-step adjustable monoshock at the rear, and the setup is just right for Indian roads. The front is quite predictable, high-speed stability is excellent, and the motorcycle just performs the way you want to around a bend. It's just fantastic what this motorcycle can do, and there's very little to nitpick. At the rear, it does feel bouncy on a flat road, but give it an open road, give it roads that we have here with potholes, and it does settle in very well. Of course, you do get adjustability, and you need that kind of flexibility to make sure that you adjust it to your weight. In my case, I'm heavier, so I need a little bit of more clicks down there, and that further adds to the flexibility that the motorcycle has to offer. That performance is complemented by a very nice setup on the front and rear suspension that stays with you even after you ride it. The Speed 400 runs a 300mm disc at the front and a 240mm disc at the rear with bi-brake calipers. Dual channel ABS and traction control are standard, and both do a fine job at sharing speeds very well. Triumph is offering steel radial tyres from MRF and Apollo for the Indian market. Both are high-speed W-rated tyres and offer good traction levels across wet and dry patches. The maiden offering from Triumph Motorcycles and Bajaj Auto is promising. In fact, it's more than just promising. This has the potential to be a segment leader. At 2,23,000 rupees ex-showroom introductory, this is just fantastic value. And even at the regular price of 2,33,000 rupees ex-showroom Delhi, it's just stellar for what it has to offer. I'm really trying to nitpick over here, but it is just so polished in everything it does so far. Be it build quality, be it the design, be it the performance, and be it braking, everything just feels so good. And I think for a lot of new buyers looking for their first big bike, the Triumph Speed 400 just fits the bill right at a very good price tag. It will be stealing a lot of potential customers from a lot of other companies, I'm sure of that. Tell us what you think about the new Speed 400 from Triumph. Have you booked one, or are you waiting for the Scrambler 400X? Let us know in the comment section below. And if you like this video, make sure to hit the subscribe button and the bell icon for all our notifications. And of course, like we always say, helmets on a two-wheeler, seatbelts in a car. Please take care, it's the monsoon, so yes, it will be slippery outside. Please drive safe, ride safe, and of course, do follow all our socials. My name is Samir Contractor. This is HT Auto. Thank you so much for watching.